जी हाँ दोस्तों, जीवन यात्रा में आप हमारे साथ देख रहे हो। हमारे पास साथ बैठी हुई प्रमिला जी है और आप सभी को एक नमस्ते। एंड करुणा, हाउ आर यू टुडे?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm
You're
glad
do-
to be here.
You're glad to be here.
Yeah.
And I am so glad to have you here. So Karuna, there is a very nice history about you that we want to know. So first of all, let me ask you a question. Very tiny question this is, but you can explode with this question because I know your life is full of journeys.
I like to explode.
Many yes, many journeys. So who are you?
Who am I? Well, that's a great question, and I think that's one of the reasons we're alive, to know who am I. In the last 3 years, I've had the opportunity to travel this beautiful planet called Earth, from Mexico to South America to eventually India. And I've discovered in my journeys traveling, seen so many different eyes, seen so many different hearts, from an animal to a human to a tree. Who am I is everything. I'm part of the earth, I'm part of this universe. So it's a great question you asked me, because when I think of who am I realize, how am I alive in this moment? I'm alive because I could breathe the trees, I could drink the water, and I was birthed from my beautiful parents who came from another lineage, and so on. So I am a seed of the entire forest.
Very nicely put. Very nicely put.
Wow.
इसके साथ साथ, if I ask you, what is religion to you? What would be your answer?
Well, when I think of religion, I think of the wonderful prophets and saints and sages who founded religion. And then when I go into them, I wonder, who were these people? And in my hearts, these are people who were of service, were of compassion, were of kindness. So I like to tune into His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and he says, my religion is kindness. I like to think my religion is how I could operate day-to-day basis. You know, I believe it's important to read the scriptures and share them, but most at the end of the day, it's how do I embody the scriptures?
Thank you.
How am I when I wake up? Do I ignore the person on the sidewalk who needs money or needs food or maybe needs a kind word? Do I ignore them, or do I listen to that heart's calling and be of service?
Wow.
Beautiful
you.
words.
Yeah.
Who are we? What are we to give to nature, to the tree, to the plant, to the animals, to ourselves, to the humans around us? So first it starts from us.
Mm-hmm.
We have to honor ourselves,
Definitely.
and then there's a guidance, isn't it, Vite?
Mhm.
What were you sharing on your trips the other day with me? That things were just unfolding in front of you.
Yeah, around a couple of years ago, while I started this journey of discovering who I am, that question you asked, I realized, I have to surrender to the higher intelligence.
Thank you.
And when I surrender to that higher intelligence, it just seems you become like a channel for magic to happen. And that's how I got guided to India, and that's how I got guided to a music studio and ended up recording my music album,
Thank
Anything
you.
is Possible. So I called it Anything is Possible because when you're in the flow with the greater intelligence, wonderful things happen. And you just get out of yourself, and you get to the bigger self.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
then it unfolded in front of you in beautiful CD.
Yes.
What is the name of your CD, Baba?
Well, the album's called Anything is Possible.
Anything is
And
possible.
40% of the proceeds will be going to a tiger sanctuary in India, the Jim Corbett National Park, one of the first tiger sanctuaries
Okay.
in all of India. So it's something real dear to my heart. And me, with my parents being born in India and me being born in Canada, I wanted to create an album that bridged our cultures, because we have many people in my generation were born to immigrant families, and we learned so much from the land. But to come back to the motherland and really feel our roots, I just had to honor it with music.
there is a good news. Would you like to give that good news to everybody who's sitting at home today?
Yeah, well, the album just got released today, and
Congratulations.
it could be accessed on www.anythingispossible.in, and you could check it out and hear the music, with Hindi rhythms and
क्या
Indian
बात है,
instruments.
क्या बात है, very
Anything is possible.
.in.
.in.
Yes.
You come in, I didn't realize is this young man phoned me yesterday. He's going to California. He phoned me. I want to come and see you before I go. He came over. He had some food with us, and then I said, "Bete, we're doing a show." And he said, "Oh my goodness!" And here we are in 8 hours. Thank you.
जी हाँ, एनी ने कहा है एनीथिंग इज़ पॉसिबल और दिस इज़ पॉसिबल और ये हो चुका है और आपकी जो संगीत है वो आप लोगों को अर्पण करने ये चले आए हैं और बात ये है कि एक इंडियन म्यूज़िक ये इंडिया में आपने सोचकर इस म्यूज़िक में थोड़ी सी हमारी हिंदुस्तानी की religious डाली है, which is I must congratulate you for that.
And I just want to add something, please. Bete, our DNA is 500 million years old. So India, Mathe ki bindiya, just thought of that. It took you back. आपके माँ जन्म भूमि ने आपको वापस ले गई. His mother Earth called him. जब उसने बोला who am I, there's a total different field you open within you. Did it not happen to you, Beta? And you got guided?
Absolutely. I always tell people the moment the plane landed on the tarmac, I felt the presence of divine
Thank
beings
you.
and masters, and I thank them every day. They're guiding me, and I hope this music could instill that
Please.
fusion into all your hearts
So
and
let's
minds.
borrow this man's dream and we DNA, his DNA, our Janam Bhumi, India. I'm so proud to be Indian too. So we'll take his music and we'll ghar ghar mein bajayenge. And
Very
he
well
has
said.
And
such
do a little dance.
Yes. Thank you. We'll do that. Thank you.
चलो से पूछते हैं, what are your hobbies?
That's a great question. I love to cook, first off.
क्या बात है?
I love to cook traditional Indian food. I'm a vegetarian, so I like to make Indian food, vegetarian dishes. I like to do anything artistic, whether it's doing paintings or writing music or writing stories. I feel creativity is such a tool of the divine, and I try to embody that creativity in mostly everything I do, and just to let that voice flow through.
What's your favorite food?
I actually love dosas.
अरे वाह.
Masala dosas. We're at Desi
You're
Dosa
sitting at
right
the
now.
right place.
Yeah,
you
we're in
know.
Desi Dosa. Can I get a dosa? So I'm a big dosa fan. I don't know. I've just loved them since I was a young kid. They always just got my stomach's attention.
So how did you meet Pramila Prasad? There must be some kind of a connection between the both of you that you have been have met and what happened. Just a short story on how you met Pramila.
Okay. Well, I'm a lucky man because the divine guided me to such a beautiful goddess who's of such service to mankind. I met her daughter, Priscilla, reconnected instantly. She's a great person doing amazing work in Nepal, raising money for orphanages and Love Found. You guys should definitely check them out. But through Priscilla, I got guided to Pramila, and it's been such a journey ever since meeting her. I feel you share so much wisdom, and I'm very humbled by your
Thank you.
teachings and just your overall grace.
Thank you.
So it's been a real honor to meet you,
Thank
and yeah, I'm grateful.
Thank you for those kind
I'd like
words.
to say something on that. See, when you open, you attract. Like attract like. So when you hold that space of oneness, whoever, age, creed, color, it doesn't matter. They all come to you like electromagnetic. So if you at home can practice that, just open yourself up and hold that space today. That I'm going to be love, walking, talking, gracing everything. The dishes I'm washing, I'm going to bless it. My job, the cashier's job I do, I'm going to bless it. My chef, he blesses the potato. I've seen him do that. You cook, you do anything you do from your heart space, Bete. And that's what has brought us here today.
Yes.
And thank you. And one more thing I want to mention about your game, that infinite game. Please speak about that.
Well, I created a board game to discover actually who am I,
Thank
and
you.
it's called Infinite Lights. It's under my company Now Age Imaginations, and pretty much the purpose of this game is to take intimate settings, whether you're in a family or with your loved ones, on a spiritual journey together to know who you are. Questions like, what are my passions like, or spots to meditate, or just a whole new experience, because I was looking at all the games on the market, like Monopoly, and Monopoly served its purpose. But when I look at Monopoly, the sole purpose of winning in Monopoly is to get all the money at the expense of other beings. But I think there's so much abundance in this world that we could all get it together. So I wanted to create a new game for this new world that's emerging. And Infinite Lights, it's going to be coming soon. Stay tuned. You can check out Now Age Imaginations. And
Okay.
a lot of people have been playing it and just been wowed away. So I'm
Thank
really
you.
grateful to share it with the world. And it'll be coming out soon.
आएगा आपका म्यूजिक फ्रॉम विद इन, आपका गेम्स, ऑल द क्रिएशंस इज विद इन यू. जैसे ये बेटा आज आकर हम लोग के सामने साबित कर दिया अपने ज़िंदगी के सफ़र में. सो प्लीज़ लेट्स टेक लिटिल बिट ऑफ एग्जाम्पल फ्रॉम दिस ब्यूटिफुल डिवाइन बीइंग हु हैज शोड अप इन माय लाइफ. बेटे, थैंक यू. ही इज़ माय एल्डेस्ट सन. आई एम इंट्रोड्यूसिंग दिस इज आवर एल्डेस्ट बॉय बिकॉज वी ऑल, माय हस्बैंड ऑलवेज वांटेड 5 kids. So it's all happening. Thank you. And I really truly honor, thank God for this space, Didi. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you.
So इसी के साथ में दोस्तों हम करुणा से यहाँ कहेंगे थैंक यू सो मच
Thank
for
you.
sharing your journey with us. It was a lovely journey and I feel like I've learned so much from you today.
Thank you so
And
much.
of course people who are watching at home, you are a very positive person and that we love to see and hear, and God bless you.
Thank you.
So keep up the good work. and इसी के साथ करुणा से यहाँ गुड बाय बोलते हैं, मगर हाँ हम अभी थोड़ी देर में वापस आते हैं. So stay tuned.
Thank you.
Cause Jordan failed, that's why he succeeded. Edison repeated till the light bulb was seated. Mandela was locked up but his strength proceeded. 20 years in the cell but his heart never bleeded. Oprah was rejected for her work the first times, and Gandhi was imprisoned for loving crimes, and Rosa Parks was told to get the back of the bus. But something in her heart told her you need to trust. And when we hit the brick wall you need to believe, and God will give us all the tools we need to uprise our heart, to uprise our soul. Get up on your feet, everything makes us grow. Never give up and never stop giving. This ain't a song for the dead, song for the living.